Hey guys, Jim here with another video for you. This is 50 Years of Film, my 25 favorite films from the aughts. But before we begin, at the end of this video, if you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, leave those comments. I would love to hear from you. I want to know what your favorite films are from this decade. So, before we begin, we're going to start with the normal caveat. These are not the 25 best films from that decade. These are my 25 favorite films, and that criteria is based solely on personal taste. It has nothing to do with quality. So, we're going to do what we normally do. We're going to start with number 25. We're going to go all the way down to number 1. We are not going to go into any kind of plots whatsoever. So, here we go. Starting with number 25, Training Day. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, starring Denzel Washington in his Academy Award-winning performance for Best Actor, Ethan Hawke, and Scott Glenn. Number 24, Zombieland, directed by Ruben Fleischer, starring Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Abigail Breslin, and Bill Murray. Number 23, Clerks 2, written and directed by Kevin Smith, starring Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, and Rosario Dawson. Number 22, from my Riddick collection, Pitch Black, starring Vin Diesel, Cole Hauser, and Radha Mitchell, written and directed by David Toohey. Number 21, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, written and directed by Shane Black, and starring Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, and Michelle Monaghan. Okay, moving right along. Number 20, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, directed by Niels Arden Oplev, and starring Noomi Rapace and Michael Nyqvist. This was my top film from 2009. Love this movie. Number 19, Wedding Crashers, starring Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, Rachel McAdams, and Isla Fisher, directed by David Dobkin. Number 18, for my 300 double feature, 300, directed by Zack Snyder, starring Gerard Butler, Michael Fassbender, and Lena Headey. Number 17, from Brazil, City of God, directed by Fernando Meirelles. This is an incredible, incredible film that must be seen. Number 16, Black Hawk Down, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Josh Hartnett, Ewan McGregor, and Tom Sizemore. This was my number 1 film from 2001. Number 15, Tropic Thunder, directed by Ben Stiller, and starring Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and in his Academy Award nominated performance, Robert Downey Jr. Number 14, Grindhouse, written and directed by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, and starring Rose McGowan, Bruce Willis, so many others, Kurt Russell, cast of so many great actors in this movie. Movies, I should say. Okay, moving along, number 13, Dog Soldiers, written and directed by Neil Marshall, and starring Kevin McKidd, Sean Pertwee, and Liam Cunningham. This is still my favorite Neil Marshall movie. I love The Descent, but I prefer Dog Soldiers. Number 12, from my Blade trilogy, Blade 2, directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Wesley Snipes, Chris Christopherson, Norman Reedus, and Ron Perlman. Number 11, Man on Fire, directed by the late great Tony Scott, and starring Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, and Christopher Walken. Okay, move these over. And we are down to the top 10. Number 10, Children of Men, directed by Alfonso Cuarón, and starring Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine, and I'm going to try again, Chiwetel Ejiofor. And again, I think I butchered his name again, but he's such a good actor. Children of Men is an incredible, incredible film. Number 9, Sin City, directed by Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller, starring Mickey Rourke, Bruce Willis, Jessica Alba, Clive Owen, and so many others. Truly a remarkable film. Number 8, WALL-E. My favorite Pixar film, and it's not even close. I absolutely love this movie with all my heart. And I shouldn't, because I do not like sweet movies, and it doesn't get much sweeter than WALL-E. But I absolutely adore WALL-E. Number 7, Dawn of the Dead, written by James Gunn and directed by Zack Snyder, starring Ving Rhames, Sarah Polley, Jake Weber, and Mekhi Phifer. One of the greatest remakes ever. Number 6, Apocalypto, directed by Mel Gibson, and starring Rudy Youngblood. This is an incredible, visceral roller coaster of a ride of a movie. Not for the faint of heart or weak stomach. This movie's incredible. Okay, we are down to the top 5. Number 5, from my Dark Knight trilogy, The Dark Knight, directed by Christopher Nolan, and starring Christian Bale, Aaron Eckhart, and the late Heath Ledger in his Academy Award-winning performance of the Joker for Best Supporting Actor. Number 4, Battle Royale, directed by Kenji Fukasaku. This is an incredible, incredible, incredible film. Number 3, Snatch, written and directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Jason Statham, Brad Pitt, Vinnie Jones, Dennis Farina, and so many others. This is definitely my favorite comedy from the 2000s. Number 2, The Mist, written and directed by Frank Darabont, based on the novella, I should say, by Stephen King, and starring Thomas Jane, Marcia Gay Harden, and Toby Jones. This is one of the best Stephen King adaptations ever. But my number 1 film from the 2000s, and it wasn't difficult at all in my opinion, Old Boy, directed by Park Chan-wook. This is an incredible, incredible film. It has been remade. We'll get into that one in the next decade. It doesn't hold a candle to this. This movie, again, not for the faint of heart, not for the weak of stomach, but it's an incredible, incredible film. So to wrap up the 25 from the 2000, or the aughts, number 1 is Old Boy. Number 2 is The Mist. Number 3 is Snatch. Number 4 is Battle Royale. Number 5 is The Dark Knight. Number 6 is Apocalypto. Number 7 is Dawn of the Dead. Number 8 is Wall-E. Number 9 is Sin City. Number 10 is Children of Men. Number 11 is Man on Fire. 12 is Blade 2. 13 is Dog Soldiers. 14 is Grindhouse. 15 is Tropic Thunder. 16 is Black Hawk Down. 17 is City of God. 18 is 300. 19 is Wedding Crashers. 20 is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Pardon my reach. 21 is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. 22 is Pitch Black. 23 is Clerks 2. 24 is Zombieland. And 25 is Training Day. So I hope you enjoyed my picks. If you did, again, please give me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, and leave in the comments below, what are your favorite films from this decade? I would really love to hear from that. So starting next week, we are going to continue with the 50 years of film. We're going to start off with 2010. And we are going to throw in a couple of other videos to kind of break things up a little bit. So until the next one, guys, I hope everyone is doing well. And I hope everyone is having a great day, great evening, whatever time it is. And we'll see you on the next one.